Hey Wizards, it's Kieran Trollcaller. I'm back, and guess what? It's time for another episode of The Myth Will Call. Woo! Hope everybody's doing great. I am doing excellent. And guess what? We are back at the Myth School because at the end of last episode, we got a summons. And a summons means either a spell or probably a pet. I believe level 68 is a brand new pet. Now, let's go talk to Cyrus and see what we have here. A view to a kill.
Up to now, I've given you a bit of latitude. But I fear your extracurricular activities are threatening your grade. As my premier student, you've
I'm a
certainly
premier
proven
student?
your abilities,
Nice.
And your assistance in the matter of my
pretty
brother
nice.
has been noted.
Fantastic.
That said, it's time to knuckle down.
Okay,
and
let's
apply
do this.
yourself to the serious study of myth.
Okay, the creatures as well as the magic. Okay, yeah, it's going to be a pet. It's going to be a new pet.
I wish to teach you a new spell.
New spell?
Basilisk.
I haven't even got my last
I
spell.
insist
Okay,
you have the
let's see how
proper
this goes.
groundwork. Crocotopia was governed by scaly creatures, and thus I can think of no scholar more suitable than Alhazred.
Okay.
Go to the Croco-Sphinx in Crocotopia, to Alhazred's classroom at its base, and speak to him about basilisks. Then return here.
Oh, this is a spell, guys. Okay, well, anyways, yeah, I'll be back as soon as I see Alhazred. Okay, guys, we've caught up with Alhazred. Let's talk to him.
Basilisks. So that old rascal Drake expects me to do his work.
Well, that's why he sent me over.
The basilisk is the king of lizards.
Six-legged.
A six-legged
Nice.
razor-clawed creature whose very vision is like venom.
Fantastic.
They hunt by locking eyes with
Very,
their
very
prey and stunning them. So, if you should see a basilisk in the wild, look away.
Let's do this thing,
I
then.
could go on, but the basics will suffice.
Okay.
You would think someone named Drake would have more to say on the matter.
You know Drake. Okay. Is that it? Okay. So, now we got to go back and talk to Cyrus Drake. I'll be back in a minute, guys.
I'm sure
Here we go.
Alhazred begrudges you every scrap of knowledge he taught you.
It
but
should be enough. Okay, Cyrus. Okay, let's check it out.
Now we shall turn to the more practical matter.
Okay, so
of
how do we do this?
procuring you the means to apply your. You must now learn to summon.
Very
the
good, I'm ready for it.
basilisk, bringing it forth to dismay.
Let's hope that
and
I don't have to go to
befuddle your
Safari
foes
to
with
learn
the
about
fo-
it.
However, you must work for such power. The spell is not at my disposal.
lies in
to provide
Dragonspire,
you.
of course it does.
lies in Dragonspire. Go speak to Milos Bookworm in the Athenaeum. He will give you the means of summoning the basilisk, or put you on the right path.
Okay, that's fantastic. Now, I'll be honest with you, this is kind of backwards. I'm still not sure whether we're going to be able to get the Basilisk or not, but we're giving it a shot. I'm just disappointed I don't have Medusa yet. But I'll be honest with you, right now with the way my deck is looking, the Basilisk and Medusa don't necessarily have a place in it. I'll explain to you why here in a little bit, guys. Let's go ahead and go to Dragonspire. Yeah, because it's not that far away, right? Dragonspire. We've been there. We've been there like a million times. And Milos is just down the hall. So, yeah. So, for instance, the Basilisk is a really cool spell, and I'm hoping we can go ahead and pick it up this episode. But we just got to follow the quest. The downside, and this is one of the things that is kind of disappointing with the way they set the quests up on some of these, is sometimes they're in worlds you can't get to. Like, I'm already level 67, and I still haven't gone to the Science Center to get Medusa. Yep. It's very, very sad. So I'm going to get the next spell before I get Medusa. I mean, that tells you right there that I'm way beyond 10 levels
Cyrus
ahead just
Drake
by doing side
sent you for a
spells.
spell? Haven't
Yes.
the Drakes meddled enough in the affairs of Dragonspire?
Well, no.
Enough, though. I cannot provide you with such a spell
Oh,
because I
okay.
don't have it anymore.
Taken by the Hoarder.
It was
Ooh,
taken by
we get
the
to
Hoarder.
fight the Hoarder.
Who's
And
that?
guess where the Hoarder
You don't
is?
know. The Hoarder is Morgana's
Oh,
most
boy.
devout follower, hoarding
Hoarder.
magic in hope of her return.
Well, at least we can get this spell.
The Hoarder took many
Yep, he
spells
did.
from the Athena,
I know.
including yours,
Plaza
and
of
keeps them
Conquest.
within
That's not so bad.
If you wish that spell, you must defeat the Hoarder and take the Basilisk spell from the Hoarder's books of myth. Good luck.
Okay, guys. So let's go to the Plaza Conquest. I'll bring you guys back in a minute. Okay, guys. Here is the Hoarder's Tower. We're going to go in and we're going to take the Hoarder on and we're going to get that spell from the Hoarder.
Who dares disturb me?
Oh, he's not even Myth.
Excellent.
Ah, so you notice he's the new style that they brought in for Celestia? Yep. So that's the Hoarder. Let's take the Hoarder down so we can get our spell. Oh, now, so like we were talking, I was talking about a little bit earlier before we jumped into this fight. Okay. Sure, let's go ahead and do this. You know, I love the spell quests. I think those are great parts that can make each school have its own unique look and feel and run. I just wish that they wouldn't put spell quests in places that you couldn't reach, you know, if you are doing all the side quests and getting the extra levels given to you by side quests. That's about one complaint I would have. Like you guys saw, I'm at level 68 and I have not even gotten to the Science Center yet, although I think the Science Center is the next place we get to go to. In fact, I think Edith eventually is actually going to send us to the Science Center. So I guess, you know, I'm complaining a little bit too much, but look at that. We got this spell quest before we even got the quest to the Science Center. And so I think that's a little downside, and we're going to be able to get the spell. You know, I can tell just by where we're at and what's going on here. It's not even going to be that hard for us to get. Now, the two spells we're getting Basilisk and we're going to be getting Medusa. I will use these spells hopefully this episode, yeah, because I think we're going to be able to get the Medusa spell, so that's going to be awesome. Because I think we're going to be sent to Science Center next. I think so. I could be wrong, guys. But I do think we're going to be sent to the Science Center next. But anyways, you know, let's see here. Let's go ahead and put the Feint on, that way we make sure that we do get them. So these spells have some pretty cool uses, and they're not spells that you definitely leave off ever, but you know, you just got to kind of think of how is that going to work into my deck, you know, and and what am I trying to do? As a soloing wizard, you know, it's kind of hard to justify those two spells in my deck, and I'll tell you why. You know, I probably may not have them in my deck right away, or at least not for. I won't keep them in there for a long period of time. Like already, you guys notice, you know, even when I go up against, you know, significantly strong bosses that have 6,000-7,000 health. Oh. Well, that worked out for one of us. Okay. Usually Orthrus can do the job, but obviously I did not charge Orthrus enough. You know, I was expecting a critical, guys. Didn't get it. Ooh. Uh-oh. Okay, that's fine, because we can still tick him down. That's one of the reasons why I keep Ninja Pigs in the deck. Now, compared to the other two spells, why would Ninja Pigs be a better choice to keep in the deck versus the other two spells? Well, I'm going to kind of let you in on some reasons why I would probably do that. First off, Ninja Pigs is a high amount of damage per pip. Okay, for 5 pips, you get 640 damage. That's pretty significant. That means you're looking at about 120, 125, 130, almost 130 per damage. And that is the type of spell that is like Storm Spell damage per pip. Yeah, Ninja Pips. And then when you throw on something like, you know, a Colossal or a damage boost, you're really going to come in and you're going to be able to hit them hard. Like, even though these guys hit me hard here, I'm about to, like, clobber this guy into the next world with Ninja Pigs here. Now, so, well, he's going all out. He does not want me to get this spell, does he? Okay, not a problem, because we can take him on, because his pips, yeah, I've already got the pips for what I need to do. It's not a problem. Okay, so should we go ahead? You know, let's just overkill, because I don't want to be in that position where I, you know, did not do the hit that I need to hit. He's not going to attack me this round anyways. Yep, he only had like 2 pips. So here we go. Ninja Pigs. What's nice about Ninja Pigs is 1, tons of damage, 5 pip spell. Medusa, good damage. In fact, will stun your opponent for 2 things. We're going to take a look at her later. But the downside with Medusa, you're looking like 8 pips. Yeah, Medusa's an 8 pip spell. And we're about to see Basilisk here in a minute. See, did you see that? Pretty awesome stuff right there.
Power grows by the day. The Queen of the Shadow Web will have her vengeance.
Oh boy, more and more Gantz stuff. Okay, so let's see here. We want to go to the Myth stack of spells.
You search the bookshelf
there it
and find
is.
the Basilisk spell. Professor Drake will be expecting you, so get
Okay,
moving.
so I'm going to hit up Drake. I'll be back in a minute. Here's Drake, guys.
You certainly took your time. Stopped for a nap, did you?
Well, not really. Okay, here we go.
Now
Basilisk
that
instinct.
you've recovered the spell from Dragonspire,
Very good, very good.
It is time to see if you have the wherewithal to use it.
Let's do it.
Let me think of a place that will suffice for your trial
Oh, I
run.
hope it's not Safari.
Should I
yeah.
send you back to Dragonspire?
No, not Dragonspire.
No, too obvious. The skies of Imperia?
Oh, thank goodness.
You haven't been there yet. Pity. Oh, I can't be
Well, I didn't have
bothered.
to go to Imperia.
Just do it at Gollum Court.
This is like the first hints of Imperia, I think.
The
Okay.
space outside the Dragon's Mouth cave should be room enough.
Very
And
good.
Go and see if you can cast the basilisk spell.
Okay, very
I'll
nice.
Be evaluating your performance when you return, so be prompt.
Okay, guys, so I'm going to head, if I can get unstuck here. Yeah, there we go. Let's head over to Gollum Court. So, you might say, why am I going after these spells if I don't plan to use them? Well, first off, this is the Myth walkthrough. We're going to go through every single thing about Myth. That way you guys have a full understanding of the Myth character and what you can get away with it. And I'm sorry, I've been kind of lax on my monstrology stuff, but we'll pick that up here later, you know, because it could be very useful, especially in later worlds where it gets a lot more dangerous. But first off, let's keep the talk here with this. So why would I? Okay, we're almost here, right at the mouth.
This looks like the place
Very
Drake
good.
described.
Okay, let's watch the basilisk. Isn't this awesome? Can I get a picture? Yeah, I got a picture of the basilisk. That's awesome. Very cool. Yep, so that is the big basilisk. Now, I've seen different ideas of what a
Yikes,
basilisk
that was
is.
unpleasant. Time to
Over
return
okay
to
in
Professor
different
Drake's
books and
classroom
theories,
for
but that is how
evaluation.
Wizard 101 represents a basilisk, and it's pretty awesome. So let's go ahead and talk to Cyrus Drake. So why are we making sure? Well, one, I want to show you every spell that you can get for Myth. Okay, I might miss one or two here, but I really love getting every spell we possibly can. Like, I'm still going back and grinding lore to try to get the healing spell, because I could really use a healing spell. And so, but just like everything, we're going to try to get every spell for Myth, and we're going to keep working through it. That way you guys get a full view of all the things you can do with Myth. Now let's go ahead and talk to Drake, and he'll give us a spell.
I assume you didn't fail?
Yep.
Here you go. Use this spell with discretion.
Ah.
I suppose you'll get better with it in time.
That'll be fine with me. And there we go, the basilisk. Now look at this puppy. 320. I'm going to go ahead and just phase that. We're going to leave one in the deck because we might want to use it later this episode. But if you look at it, we 320 damage and 750 damage over time. So, I mean, that's hefty. That is probably the most damage we can do. It's just a damage over time, and unfortunately, it's a single attack. So it's only going to attack one what do you call that? One enemy, okay? Not so bad. Okay, so here's what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and let's go straight back to Edith Benchley, okay? And see what she has for us, because oh yes, this is not where I wanted to go. Okay, let me click the right one. There we go. Edith Benchley. Let's talk to her.
You've done it. Now, only the solarium keeps its secret
Yes,
from
we can
us.
figure that out.
This is amazing. How ironic that
Okay,
a wizard
so what
has
else
done
we
so
gotta do?
much to advance the fields of
Science
science and
and engineering.
engineering. You've proven to be so
Very, very good.
I hate to bother you with another request for help, but I've no choice.
What is it?
Could
What
you
is it?
go and speak to Piper Melville in our research station?
The
The science team is in dire need of aid.
Guys, we have now been invited into the Science Zone. So guess what? I think this is going to be an episode of spell questing. So let's go ahead and jump into our quest. And guess what spell we need? We need to talk to Engineer Montgomery, which is in the Science Station. So yeah, we'll talk to Piper in just a little bit. But we're going to focus on that other spell that we should have had before the other one. Okay? So let's go ahead and make the run. Yeah, see, there's Piper right there, but we're going to go to Crystal Reactor. We can try that. Maybe. Whoa! No, we don't want to go to the Crystal Reactor. No, we're not on that one yet. We want to go to the Arboretum, because over here is the guy we've been looking for. The engineer, the scientist, Mr. Montgomery. Mr. Montgomery, I'm in dire need of a new spell. Talk to me here.
What can I do for you on this fine day, my spell sling? Oh, a Quicksilver shield?
Yep, that's what I need.
Not a problem. I've got one right here. Oh, wait, I don't. Are you
Oh,
daft?
my goodness.
Of course it'll be a bit of a problem. It's not like I've got a brace of them in my pocket.
Okay.
If you want a Quicksilver
Yes, sir.
shield, you'll have to help me get the stuff to make it with.
Okay, what do
The
we
only
need?
source of Quicksilver is a runaway steamboat called Talos.
Very
he
good.
made off with the last of our supply. He's hiding in one of the
Very, very
towers in
good.
the crystal reactor. I'd have dealt with the troublesome git by now, but I'm busy.
Now, guys, one of the spells that I picked up just recently for doing a spell quest, it was actually a side quest, and I forgot to show it to you. But it is a new minion spell. Let me show it to you. And it is, guess what? Talos. See, he's the new minion. He's actually a pretty good minion. I'll throw him in there. Maybe we'll cast him just so you guys can see an idea of what Talos is casted like. But let's go ahead and take on Talos, because I think this is the first place you're supposed to run into Talos, as I recall. Yeah, I'm trying, you know, there's because I've leveled up so quickly with all the side quests, you know, some of this stuff might be a little bit out of order from where it should be. Like, for instance, I think you're supposed to fight Talos before you end up getting him, you know? Like, for instance, you get the spell Talos from doing a quest in Grizzleheim, believe it or not. Yeah, crazy, isn't it? Here we go. Is this the Talos room? Let's go ahead and fight Talos right now.
Query,
and we'll show
why
you.
is this intruder doing in these premises?
Very good.
Hypothesis.
Now, see,
Intruder
that's
has
not
come
the
in
real
search of
Talos.
Quicksilver.
They just gave him the
Action,
same name.
Attack!
Now, I wonder if they were thinking about that. I don't know if they were thinking about that. But we're going to go ahead and fight this Talos, who's not quite the same Talos as the Talos that we have in our deck right now. Okay, so first off, let's go ahead and just get some stuff up. And then we're going to toss Talos up. Now, Talos is supposed to be a really, really good minion to have in PvP. Now, I'll be honest with you, I'm not a big PvP player. I've always gotten really frustrated, especially trying to do any type of rank stuff. Usually when I play PvP, I go ahead and join the tournaments, because the tournaments are a great way to get tickets, and usually the only reason I want to do a PvP is so I can get the tickets, because I'm just not good enough at it to get ranked or to have very many wins. We're going to bring Talos in just so you guys can see real quick how awesome Talos can be. Now, you'll notice he's throwing shields up. That is one of the prime reasons why you'd want to have a damage over time spell. Now, he hasn't thrown up... Ooh, these guys are starting to hit. He hasn't thrown up any, let's see, what do you call those? He hasn't thrown up any myth shields yet, but he could throw up some other shields. I mean, he is a balanced guy, and you know what? We're going to go ahead and get everything going. Now, Talos is considered one of the best minions you can get, and he's not bad. I mean, honestly, for five pips, he's pretty good. You know, I haven't used him for a long time just because I haven't had a need. Right now, with the current damage strategy I have going on with my myth character, I can usually get a spell out and have major damage going on before I need to consider using a minion. Now, where the minions come in is when you get a really aggressive boss that keeps you from building up your damage and your attacks. That's where it really comes in handy. Okay, so let's go ahead and... what I want to do is I want to do a really big Basilisk spell, because we haven't used Basilisk. Let's use Basilisk, right? I mean, that's kind of one of my thoughts on it, you know. So I want to see if I can get enough pips so we can get Basilisk out of its chamber. Oh, that's right. Just use one of my pips. Okay, gotta say, start saving pips, right? Now, hopefully Talos, you know, what Talos is going to start doing, he's going to start attacking, which will distract one of the guys on him eventually. A charm. Let's even the playing field. Okay, so this guy's got a cheat. Did not realize it. Every time you throw a charm up, you get a trap on you. Hey, not a bad cheat at all. My goodness. Okay, I don't really need that one. I don't need the feint. No, I'm not going to need the feint. Okay, he's going to do some damage. We're going to go ahead, and I'm going to get the Basilisk up here pretty quick. But yeah, check it out. Talos is actually a minion that actually attacks. Pretty cool. Now, later on, there is another minion you get in Zafaria. And I'll tell you what, is it Zafaria? No, it's Avalon when you get the minion. Anyways, you get a Zafarian minion later on, and those guys can be really awesome. Like, for instance, the storm minion for my storm character. That guy kept me alive in a ton of fights. So if you know how to play your minions well, they can be extremely valuable in the game. And that's always a trick. Now, none of these guys are myths, so we're not doing that. Where is it? Okay, let's throw a trap on him then. Let's do that. Okay, yeah. See, now their focus is on Talos, because Talos is the one doing the attacking, right? Now, Talos doesn't have a whole lot of health. Yeah, exactly. So, you got to remember, if you do bring him in, you know, he's not going to last the longest, especially in later dungeons. He's going to be pretty dangerous. I mean, he's going to get hit pretty hard. Oh, so when we put a ward up, what do they do? Let's even the playing field. Do they throw another ward up? Okay, yeah, apparently they do. Nice. Pretty interesting stuff. Nice cheat there. Hey, look at, we got a Basilisk. Yes, we do. Oh, he's going to do a Talos attack. Very nice. And I'm going to throw this in Orthrus just in case I need it. Okay, let's see if we can get 2, 4, 6, 8. Oh, one more power pip, guys, and we are in business here. And you'll get to see the Basilisk strike. You know, I'm doing this for you guys. I mean, I could have finished this pit, you know, this fight, you know. Ooh, they took Talos down. Not good. Okay, so here we go, guys. Let's go ahead and what? It would happen that way, right? It would, absolutely. Okay, let's hope. Okay, time to do some casting of my Basilisk friend. There we go. The downside, and I'm sorry, I superpowered Basilisk, so you guys will get to see what type of damage this guy's going to do with 1, 2, 3, 4 pips. I mean, 4. Oh, yeah, this is going to be quite the hit. Assuming I don't die. Yep. It would be sad if I died. Yeah, crazy, crazy sad. Okay, here we go. 1 Basilisk coming up. This guy right here, I mean, as far as, you know, if you were solo fighting, this is definitely a great spell to have, especially if you're up against somebody that's throwing up a lot of myth shields. Okay, critical everything. Gosh, it's gonna be quite the hit. I mean, he's almost got full blast, just no feint. So, we didn't even have to do the damage over time. That's how awesome that was. There you go, Basilisk. It's the big guy, and my goodness, we're gonna have to frog him. That's okay. The frog will finish him. Hopefully before he does any more damage to me. Yay, yay, there we go. And nice. Now, that was a risk I took for you guys. So just so you know, I mean, I risked losing to Talos, but you know, I thought it was well worth it just to show this off. Very, very good. Now, guys,
After
we need to get
Talos
Medusa,
is
because
defeated,
Medusa,
you find several bottles of
she's
quicksilver.
she's pretty awesome. So let's go talk to Montgomery. Is there anything in here I should get? No. Okay. Yeah, because you generally don't go in there unless you've got like the myth quest. Yeah. You generally don't do that. And apparently, I am running out of space in my inventory. That's usually why old Zeke pops up in there. He's like, oh, you need or is it my gold? It could be my gold. Oh, you gotta spend some of that gold, don't you? Don't you know? Yeah, so let's go to the Arboretum. There we go. And now let's talk to Montgomery, and he can give us that Quicksilver. We can go ahead and get Medusa. And the reason why we need Quicksilver is that way you don't look at her eyes.
That was some piece of work.
Yeah.
I'll have you a Quicksilver shield right quick.
Very good.
A few moments of work, and Engineer Montgomery fashions a gleaming shield of shining,
I wish we could get some of this equipment that they make for
that
us.
That should do you nicely. Take that back to your school with you, and good luck.
Okay, guys, I'll be back in a second as we get to Cyrus. Okay, guys, we're back to Cyrus.
Am I correct to assume you've done what
Yes,
I
I've finally gotten the Quicksilver shield.
Do not think for a moment that even with a Quicksilver shield, you will be completely safe from the Medusa. She was last sighted in the ruins of the Academy in Dragonspire.
Figure.
Take your shield. You will need it.
Okay, the ruins of the Academy in Dragonspire. Okay, that's not a problem. I'll be back, guys, when we get to Dragonspire. Okay, guys, we're about to get to the Dragonspire Academy. Let's see here. I bet you we're going to see Medusa pop up.
You see some scales on the ground. They don't look like they belong to drakes or draconians.
Oh, look, it's her. It's Medusa. Yeah, let's get a picture of that. Awesome. You don't often get a chance to take pictures of that.
Summoned me. Brought a shield to ward your
Oh,
eyes
yeah.
from
Yes, I
my
did.
glare.
Uh-huh.
You are cunning and resourceful.
Very good.
I will serve you.
Very good. That's all I needed. Okay, guys, we're going to go ahead and hit Cyrus Drake up. Oh, I should have finished watching. Okay, be back in a second, guys. Hey, guys, here's Cyrus.
Despite your best efforts, you've impressed me. Use this spell with caution in the future.
Very good. And we've got the Medusa now. Tell you what, she's pretty awesome. But if you saw, you only get 700 points of damage for an 8-pip spell. Not very good. That's about as much as Orthrus, and Orthrus is an AoE. So you understand? Where she comes really in handy is she'll stun the opponent for 2 rounds. Oh yeah, guys. She'll be doing some stunning for 2 rounds. That's actually a really unique thing for any of the spells. And it can actually be quite useful. Now, if I was playing PvP, I would definitely be using some Medusa for PvP, because then I could hopefully stun my opponents as long as they didn't have a stun shield on. You know, I'm not sure if it takes off both stun shields. That's a good question. I never thought about that. Honestly, I'm not a big PvPer. But one of the things that the myth spells are really awesome for is they are really well suited for PvP. A lot of them are. You know, you can use them in questing. Like, I love using Medusa. In fact, you know, I bet you if we don't go ahead and check our deck right now, we'll probably have a ton of Medusas in there. We're going to leave one in there. We're going to take Talos out because I don't think I'll be using Talos. And we're going to take the Basilisk out. But we're going to leave Medusa in there for right now. That way, in case we need her. And you know what? Before we end the night, let's get a quest over here from Piper, because she's who we're on. We're back on the main quest now, and let's see if she has a fighting quest for us.
Oh, thank goodness help has come. Where
Very
are
good.
the rest of you?
It's just me.
Come along. I suppose we can make do with the party of one.
Just me.
The steam crown is of
Okay.
course set.
Very good. We're going to get to fight something?
We brought with us. Now something's gotten into
Okay,
the
so we got to take down
agitators,
4
and
stream
they're
travelers.
attacking
Okay.
members of the expedition. They must be stopped.
Okay, so let's go ahead and fight a stream trawler right off the bat, guys. And we'll see if we can use Medusa in it as well. In fact, we've already fought one of these, haven't we? Yeah, we already did, guys. If you remember, one of them was sitting in there with the fake Talos, right? So let's go ahead and look. We already have a Medusa in the biz. That's fantastic. She's going to kill as soon as she hits. So no stress there, no worries. So this episode is all about the myth spells, the level 58 myth spell, which we finally got at level 68, and the level 68 myth spell. Both of them are pretty awesome spells. The downside is it just takes you some time to get there. We're going to go ahead and get a Humungo Frog ready to go. And let's throw some traps on these puppies while we wait for 2 more pips? No, it's 8. So we're going to need 3 more pips. See, here's one of the reasons why I probably won't have Medusa in my deck, because you're talking 8 pips to do the damage of an Orthrus. You see what I'm saying? 8 pips to do the damage of an Orthrus. This doesn't make sense, you know, especially if you are against multiple opponents. And whereas the stun thing can be a good feature, it's more of something that you would use in PvP or you would use in a one-on-one fight. The stun thing is not necessarily going to help you out a whole lot in a multiple fight, especially if you're the only wizard. Okay, let's go ahead and use Medusa. And you know, we got 2 blades and a trap. I mean, it's going to really knock his socks off. I mean, he's not going to even be breathing, even without any type of critical, you know. So even if I don't crit, this will overkill him by at least, I would say 1,000, at least over 1,000. Yeah, we get an overkill of at least 1,000. But with the critical, I would say probably an overkill of like 4,000. I don't know, maybe not that high, but right around there. Oh, I was absolutely wrong. It was an overkill of about 7,000. Okay, there you go. Great spell, guys. Absolutely awesome. I would highly recommend checking it out. And it looks cool. Oh, I'll tell you what, it looks so awesome. But right now, where we're at, not practical. Just really isn't, especially if you're using the damage strategy that I've been using that I've been walking you through and showing you how to prep your character for the damage strategy, which is really your best, I think the best strategy for any solo whiz. Like if you look at any of the different schools, the damage strategy, going for those damage boost to your spell, and then learning how to cast those spells as quick as you can, keeping a focus on the AoEs because, you know, let's be honest, you're going to be fighting multiples way more so than others. That's how you're going to do it, guys, as a solo wizard. But guys, unfortunately, that's all the time I got for today. I hope you guys had a good time doing some myth questing with me today. This was a different episode, but I think we needed a change of pace, right? Last episode we went over the new clothes, we went over all that, and we went ahead and finished off the Lunarium. In this episode, we get to get all those spells that we've been waiting 10 levels for. Isn't that awesome? I am so happy. Guys, this is Kimise. Just a reminder, guys, check us out on Twitch, and hey, hit that subscribe button, hit that like button if you haven't already. It really helps out the channel, really helps out the videos, guys. This is Kimise. Catch you later. Bye-bye.